All right, guys. Fuller coming to you with another commentary. Listen, man. If you are a follower of carbonation, or if you are a supporter of carbonation, and you want to talk fly and stuff like that, see me at my boxing gym, man, so I can give you something to talk fly about. That includes females too. I'll send one of my females on you to check your jaw as well. You know, I won't do it, but I have some female fighters who will check your jaw too. If you want to support this fuckery, and also if you want to get on me for basically commentating on what he puts out. Okay? So that's just a public disclaimer, you know, before I begin. But let's begin.
Ready? Hold on.
All right. First of all, yeah, they get drunk in nature. Yeah, I've known animals to get drunk in nature, basically, because he claims to be animals. He claims that we're animals, so very animal-like, huh?
She keeps going. I'm so glad. I thank you for the wine. What?
No, I'm saying I understand her perception. I'm able to understand everyone's perception. It's because of her masculine energy, because she has Sun in Aries and she's a Leo rising.
Here we go again with this whole astrology shit. Listen, man, astrology does not mean shit, okay? It really comes down to how you want to act yourself, okay? There's other factors that dictate how you're going to be. Society, for one. Upbringing, for one. So this astrology shit is very, very tired argument. Oh, the reason why I am the way I am is because I have Mercury in the 19th house. Shut the hell up.
So I understand what she's saying, but I disagree with a lot of things.
We already broke that down.
Yeah, because
we said because of society and what woman had to become.
Yeah.
She's the product of that, and she's still not conscious of it. Is what I'm saying.
I think she's conscious of it, Aligi Ho. You just don't like the fact that she's not brainwashed yet. That's what it is. Okay. She hasn't been programmed to your liking, which is just a yes, basically a yes woman. That's basically what you're after, is a yes woman.
I agree what I'm going to say.
But you refuse to be conscious of your generational curses.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to you, nigga. You refuse to be conscious of the fact that you got fucked in the ass by a man. That you refuse to be conscious of the fact that Dr. Phil stuck two fingers up your butt. You refuse to be conscious that you went Mike Tyson on your ex. But no, you yourself don't have generational curses. Godly, man. I mean, it's something new every day with this idiot.
Or your generational adaptations to the environment that you were subjected to and your ancestors were subjected to, and knowing that that is not healthy for us naturally. That's all I'm saying. You refuse to look at that. I have a point, right? I'm gonna keep it totally.
All right, Beetlejuice, what do you have to say? Beetlejuice, what are you gonna say? Huh? The fact that they're rubbing their eyes shows me everything I need to know. Sleep deprivation at its finest.
To be in a situation right now, eating these fries, enjoying the luxury of this home, as if this place wasn't provided for you by a man.
That's facts.
Okay. So many things wrong with what he just said. Number one, I guess French fries is I guess that's part of the enlightened B6 diet. That it is vegan. That their French fries are vegan. When I'm pretty sure they got them shits from the local Restaurante Pollo joint up the street. Another thing is, did he say this place was provided to you by a man? Are you kidding me, my dude? It was provided by donations from people that you call GMO men, you dumbass. It wasn't provided to the man you're talking about. It was provided by dudes out here who actually are doing work. So please, cut it out.
You see what I'm saying?
That's fact right there.
How can you sit up here and act like that? You know what I'm saying? And even if the system fall right, when this electricity go out.
You're thinking about starting your own online business as a coach, consultant, or service provider, but you're a little insecure because...
And we run out of water. You gonna carry the water back from the river? You gonna go get...
Well, you know, you're not saying anything new, bro. Back in my village in Africa, women carry water back to the village, no problem, you know. But best believe a man was doing something else productive as well. So you're not really saying anything of significance, dude. Next.
You gonna go get your food? Because you're in your luxury right now. This is also symbolic of the luxury.
So, looking malnourished, looking sleep deprived, looking like your hairline got edged up by rocks is living in luxury. Okay. And being on edge of being a potential pass around to any of the men there is living in luxury. You know, if True was in front of my face, I would punch right through him. I really would. I wouldn't even punch to him. I would punch through him. Any one of those dudes who were here. If any one of them were right in front of me, I wouldn't even... I couldn't punch to them. I would have to punch through them, basically. I would have to make their soul feel it.
Had in Babylon that you're able to even have the audacity to speak like that on camera. If you truly, when you're in that true situation of understanding your environment and knowing who's giving you the food that you're eating right now, then it will humble you right now. The only reason you're able to speak so passionately and confidently is because of your astrological energy that makes you masculine. Aries.
The only reason why you're able to speak so confidently and so masculinely is because you have a personality of your own, and you're more alpha than I am right now.
A lot. Aries only work in Babylon. Aries don't work for a woman in nation because no matter how
free minds only work in Babylon, but free minds don't work in Allegio sex cult.
You think you are? I'm smaller than you, but I guarantee you can never outlast me in that natural world. You can.
I'm smaller than you, but I'm afraid that you will outlast me on that natural world. I have a little man complex because I look like skin and bones, and I don't look as healthy as you.
Never out-provide me in that natural world, no matter how much that masculine energy make you feel like you can provide for yourself. So you need to get...
Whoa. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Did I ever say that I feel that...
Somebody get her a ticket. Donation to get her a ticket back to Atlanta.
That's just kind of, you know what they say, that, you know, that being drunk, like, the truth comes out. That's kind of an indication of what I think is to come, you know, while they're sipping on this wine.
Hey, but she got a, come on, you got your own point. Go ahead. We trying to, this is a good conversation because people need to understand what we stand for. Yeah. And people need to understand the adversity is beautiful. beautiful because even though you don't have our mind completely, we get to challenge it here in front of the world.
Even though you're not a yes woman and you're not just a sheep that I'm able to put in my flock, I still have use for you.
It's usually we challenge it online, but now we're challenging it in front of the world. We're challenging it here. Can y'all close these doors to this buzz?
Well, there you have it with that. No air conditioning. Shit, they don't even, I guess they don't have no fans either. And this is supposed to be paradise, right?
Pice.
Okay, so listen, right? Your point basically is saying like woman empowerment.
Why would you let a nigga who's more of a woman than the woman actually speak? Why would you even let him? Or I should say let her.
It is basically neglecting the woman of her natural gifts that she's like born with, right?
You have to speak up.
That's not what I said.
Project yourself.
Okay, so woman empowerment to you, right? Your point is like
I just said no, so you don't have to repeat that. I just literally.
But people need to hear it. The people need to hear it.
Right, okay, from what I understood from what you previously said was, you did say this, that your point was basically, you have natural gifts other than being in the kitchen and whatnot, that is being neglected, right?
Listen, what I said was, there's nothing wrong with anyone being in the kitchen,
right,
regardless of their gender. But what I'm saying is there's different people that have different strengths and different weaknesses, so that doesn't need to be their primary focus, male or female.
Oh,
that is what I.
Only one candidate has the political experience.
There's another
for the
damn ad. These ads get on my nerves. But there you go. What she said is just spot on. That's like one of the most balanced answers I've heard from any of them. Is that regardless if you're male, female, things should be played to your strengths, no matter what your strengths are. People have different strengths. Okay? Even in nature, okay? If you look at a lioness, all right? Lioness hunt, okay? That's one of their strengths. But they're still able to tend to their cubs as well. Hell, if you want to go to another extreme, a praying mantis, for whatever reason, after they copulate with one another, the female cuts off the head of the male. I don't know why that is, but that just shows you that even in quote unquote nature, that women aren't doormats.
But you were lucid, and you have still the same points. We just piggybacking off the same points. Listen, I already killed your argument. Now we're just letting other people kill it.
Of course, Master Thief, I refuse to call this nigga Chief. I refuse to. You'll never hear those words come out of my mouth for this bitch ass nigga. Okay? Of course, Master Thief and Master Deceit had to take credit for and had to make the audience watching think that he had some kind of intellectual superiority over this woman. And again, that's why he doesn't want. You want to know the reason why he doesn't want anybody to buy him land? Because he wouldn't be able to have credit for it and say, oh yeah, you know, I got this land, this, that, and the other. You know, he'll have to say someone helped us with that, and he doesn't want to say that.
Already been killed from the beginning. Everybody else is just like ad-libbing to what I already said.
Okay, so listen, right? I'm ad-libbing like a motherfucker right now. So listen, the primary function of any woman that's a human being is to nurse and nurture. Anything other than that is just a ad-lib of your own personality. You can be a motherfucking rapper, whatever you want to be, you know what I'm saying? But your primary focus is to honor God's creation, which is to be a woman. You saying you honoring God's creation by, you know, doing other shit other than nurse and nurture, but you're not really...
Wrong. Let's look at the... We can even look at the Bible you like to use so much. Again, these people just are really... I don't know, man. I'm thinking to myself that, you know, maybe I have to call my hitters in Panama to just get rid of these niggas, you know, like I'm really kind of thinking that, like, you know, the Panamanians I know, like, the ones who, you know, were kind of along the lines of Emmanuel Noriega, I may need to just call up and just pluck these niggas off, man. Because the primary function of a female depends on where she's at, okay? It also depends on what time period she's living in. That's one of the considerations as well that you have to look at. It also depends on other factors. The culture in which that female is in. Okay? But no, they just want to pigeonhole all females and put them right under the bus.
Honoring the main purpose of a woman. So it's like the main function, which is the
only reason why she can do that is because of the system.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's true woman empowerment.
All right, right now in this circumstance.
Another ad. My bad with all these damn ads, man. My bad.
Where we at right now, right here, right? We got men on this side, right?
You got bitches and beta males on one side.
System was shut down and all this shit was shut down, right? Who you gonna be dependent on to protect and provide for you?
Shit. They definitely couldn't depend on you guys. You guys are just as female as them. So they're definitely not going to be depending on you. Okay, that was probably Tron who said chief. You know, that was probably him dick riding like usual.
And the funny thing is, if you've ever been out in nature, you know that motherfucker ain't no hoe. That's a fact.
You've never been out in nature, though. That's the thing. You yourself have never been out in nature. Okay? Sure, you've been to waterfalls and stuff like that, but you've never lived out in nature. You've never actually spent like even a week or a day's time living out in nature, making your own fire, hunting your own food, cultivating your own crops, irrigating land. You've never done any of this. You've never even made a shelter based out of raw materials in which you would have to cut down in nature. You've never done any of this. So for all you Carbonation members and all you would-be Carbonation members, I challenge you to go on the show, the reality show Naked and Afraid, okay? If you don't know what that reality show is, watch it on Discovery Channel and let me know if you think you can handle it, okay? Get at me in the comments.
So what is needed? You're gonna look for us to come together and build whatever we about to do, we gonna have to get that shit together. We gonna have to figure it out. Right? And now you're gonna understand the importance of a man.
I feel you.
And you're gonna be blessed that you got a group of brothers together that can come together and
group of bitches that can come together and be like, what do we do? What do we do?
Do something for you in that moment. See, when Babylon falls, and it will because the economy fell, look at Bahamas. When it falls,
Bahamas is an example of a natural disaster, you dumbass. It had nothing to do with the economy. It had to do with a natural disaster. You stupid ass Negro.
Look at Venezuela, because people don't...
Nigga, shut the hell up. You don't know shit about Venezuela, my dude. You don't know the first thing about Venezuela and what's going on there. So shut the hell up. Nigga, you don't even know Spanish. So shut the hell up.
Watch real news because they don't show you what's really going on. But look at Venezuela. Venezuela, their economy failed, and money ain't mean shit then. Take away the value of money. What do you have? Nature.
Take away the value of money. What do you have? Commodities. What do you possibly have too? Cryptocurrency. What do you possibly have? Gold. Oh man, this nigga.
We have each other. Now you have to value the roles of a man and woman because now you understand why men are built the way they are now. But we live in a world where every man and woman is for themselves.
Gotcha.
They're for themselves.
Yeah, we see it with you right now. We definitely see it with you that you're for yourself and nobody else.
You have the luxury to say, oh, well, you know, I want to be a construction worker and have a hard hat on all day. Okay. Not saying you, but women have the right now to say that.
And nigga, what are you trying to say? My mom was the nurse in when it came to fighting for decolonization. You got a problem with that, nigga? You got a problem with a woman trying to expand in her intellectual possibilities? You have problems with that? What's the deal? I don't get it. Okay?
But that's unnatural is what we're saying to you. I don't care how much you put some Timbs on. I don't care how much you say you a lesbian. You put some Timbs on and strap a dildo on. You still get a period. And you still got ovaries. And that motherfucker still get pregnant.
Listen, if y'all want to build
Real.
houses and do all of this shit, lift up rocks and like...
Whoa, 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 whoa. You are not going. You are not. No. What you're not going to do is downplay and our value. Wait. Stop. I'm gonna let you get it. It seems to me, this is what it seems to me. It seems that the feminists of today devalue the male's role and are not allowing men to be men.
Nigga, you're not allowing men to be men, okay? All of them men, there are bitches, okay? They couldn't exercise their own thoughts. They couldn't, even if they wanted to build some shit, they couldn't build anything without your say-so. Nigga, you're devaluing men, so shut that shit up, okay? You yourself are not a man, okay? Because a man is not gonna sit around asking for donations all day long, saying that this is my job to sit on YouTube to go on rants all day. Nigga, you're not a definition of a man. So really shut that shit up, okay? And sorry that I'm cursing like a sailor, but these niggas are really stupid. And for those who say, oh, well, why do you spend time on them? If what they say is wrong, why do you spend time on them? Because the future generation needs to know what they're dealing with and what kind of traps not to fall into. Okay? And for your information, as I've said in previous videos, I'm self-employed and I have the luxury of being able to have a flexible schedule, which allows me to go in on these miscreants.
And that in itself is a discrimination.
No, the system demasculates the guy. You guys are totally misunderstanding me. I'm not saying that your role is reduced to just breaking up big rocks into smaller rocks. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when I speak of female empowerment...
We never said reduced.
No, but you just said that. I'm saying I'm devaluing your role. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when I speak of female empowerment, I'm not talking about, women fighting for the right to do manual labor. That's not what I'm speaking about.
No, we know what you speak about because we're not stupid. What we're saying... Okay.
That's kind of an argument. That's another argument in itself. If you don't think you're stupid, you're beyond stupid. I'll tell you that. So cut that out.
Okay. Wait. But we already explained that it's what your basic functions. Your basic functions. You're talking about your gifts. Everybody has gifts, right? Listen. Everybody has gifts. That's what makes you unique at being what you're supposed to be doing, basically. So maybe if your basic function is to be a mother, is to be a wife, is to be a homemaker, then your gifts go into that. Right. Yes. That's what makes you.
Basically, in Eligio's world, if you're not a doormat, he is going to make you into a doormat, and he is going to walk on you, but let you think that you have some kind of freedom going on, let you think you have freedom of expression and stuff like that by him letting you get on the Instagram live, basically saying his words in which are recycled to allow the public to think that, this woman has a mind of her own. He's letting her express herself. That's basically it.
Unique at doing what you do. That's what make my wife different than your wife. Look at my wife. She done hooked the shit up like this. She done did like this. But we have to understand your basic role, and then your gifts go play out through those basic roles. Do you understand what I'm saying? We're not devaluing your gifts.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, I am. That's what you're saying. You're saying that you're saying that feminism is about
I just want to say Solar looks goofy as shit. I mean, that nigga looks like Roger, the alien from American Dad.
And every person has a gift that should be valued, and not just based on the basic functions of what we're supposed to be doing.
You peeps Ra yawning, right?
I'm telling you that your gifts are to be expressed through those basic functions. Right. You understand what I'm saying?
Not to be separated. That's right.
And the only reason why I rated those basic functions from those gifts is because you don't have no basic functions in Babylon. Babylon, you have the convenience.
You don't have any basic functions in Babylon. Okay, so making a living for yourself is not a basic function. Enriching yourself through education or through learning a skill or learning a trade, it's not a basic function. Possibly pursuing a athletic endeavor is not a basic function. Perhaps learning how to cultivate something which is organic, meaning it can be through the e-commerce world or through the electronic world or through the natural world, is not a basic function. These don't count as basic functions to him.
Stop. You have the convenience to just express your gifts.
No.
Because you don't have to worry about your basic functions. So, you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't get any clearer than this. It's crazy.
It don't get no clearer than that. You be the man and the woman in that society.
And so here we go with the yes man shit. It don't get no clearer than that. Oh yeah, Chief is right. It doesn't get no clearer.
Being a man, like
she's drunk at this point, so you keep saying things that gives her an argument, and she's gonna continue to feel like she's being misunderstood when we clearly understand what you're saying. Would you like to explain it one more time?
I'm good. Because you just completely condescended to me at this moment. So it's not, I don't even have the desire to respond.
I gotta add it. So I got
Uh-oh. You know, that may serve as a problem later on. You know, as a matter of fact, I guarantee you his face shape-shifted when she said that shit.
Look, I just want to say this. I want to put this out there because this is for everybody, right? If you were to have a nation led by women, let's think about how that would come out versus a nation led by men. You have to respect a masculine, not even man or woman, but a masculine energy, what that's supposed to do. And a man, and I remember you said this in a lot, is I don't care how feminine this guy would be, but he would.
There was a couple of nations led by women. One of the nations was in what my people call House of Land, and that was led by Queen Amina. And Queen Amina actually did military campaigns and all types of stuff, you know. So I would say she was pretty successful at leading a nation, you know. So I'm not saying that that's just by default gonna happen, that women lead nations, but there are different times in history when that is required, you know, or where we see episodes of that. So again, them basically literally kicking the shit.
Be more logical than the most masculine female. Because he's still a male.
Okay, but this is giving her more of an argument. Listen, what I'm saying is that she's not conscious. She's not conscious of her generational adaptations. She's not conscious that her energy and her mind goes against our basic functions.
Goes against natural.
Bro, you better not say nothing.
Okay, and here we go with this bottom beta here, who looks like shit, I don't even know what to picture him as, but I guess you can say he looks like Golem from Lord of the Rings.
Don't make no animal Somebody said talk to her when she's sober. Because, yeah, this is no control right now.
So if we are supposed to be empowered, right? Women empowerment. That would mean to honor God's creation, and that's your true empowerment, right? So if we're in nature, we don't use Similac. We don't use Similac milk. We don't use artificial breast milk. So we would have to feed the baby ourselves, right? Wouldn't that make your function to feed the baby? Now, if you're trying to play a man's role, right? Which is to protect and provide, right? If you're trying to be that.
See, the thing that makes making that point difficult is that you're saying to protect and provide, but we do live in a technologically advanced world.
Here we go.
See, the bottom line is this from this video that we can gain is that this is the number one thing we have to gain from this video before I end this shit. Is if you have a mind of your own in a sex cult, when the leader is a psychopath and when the leader is a offspring of the devil himself, you're gonna face an uphill battle. You know, I could never be there. You know, the first day we would come to blows. I would come to blows with all them niggas there. You know, every single last one of them I would come to blows with, and I would disrespect those women too. You know, because I would tell them about themselves as well. About leaving kids behind and leaving whole kids behind and things like that. They would not like me. They would not like me at all. In fact, I would probably have to run at least like 5 fades in one day. My knuckles would be busted, you know? Because there's no way in hell that a person with common sense, there's no way in hell that a person with logic is going to actually ride with this BS. But man, that's all I got for now, guys. Man, that's all I wanted to say about this, man. You guys leave your thoughts, leave your comments on this, and Fool is signing out. Njah Rama.